So in this presentation, this is my first time that I'm kind of making changes to the protein sequence based on what ChatGPT, how ChatGPT evaluated it. I shared the screenshot of the test results, and and it recommends me on what parts to improve. And as it turns out, I do need to make everything flexible. So it's like yesterday I was like, it needs to have a well-known primary motif, but maybe it doesn't have to be, because I was like, we need to make sure that the user selects a primary motif, a beginning syllable that's in the list. But I guess it doesn't have to be like that, because there are certain sequences that increases fragility, or the cleavage, which is not wrong. It may be something that we would want. There are certain cases that you want to increase fragility, but most times it may not be desirable. So like I think K and G, or K and R, I think. So you kind of want to break up some of these sequences, which are usually in the primary motif. I didn't realize it. The primary motif can be quite problematic. So I guess I should get rid of that assumption that it has to be a formalized motif. So we kind of have to allow for that to be made, for changes to that to be made. So how this works, because I'm not really an expert on this. I share like the screenshot to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT does the evaluation, and then we can then start making changes. But the thing about protein sequencing is that it really depends on it. It's not like you always have to make sure to increase this or that. There's kind of hardly, like, there are certain things that are important to make it structurally sound, but overall it also depends on the usage, on the immediate, like, on what's the real goal of this protein. So and so these tests are actually just preliminary tests. There's actually more, and we can also visualize it. We can add more complexity to it. But basically, this test, most of which we can easily calculate, but some I have to use UDFs. It kind of gives you the preliminary, like the basic of like how structurally sound is this, and make changes to that. And so this is kind of the first attempt to really sequence the protein, to kind of understand how that works, and how we can make changes to that. There's probably should also check out the database, maybe also start practicing using what's already in the database. The external database, there are certain, you can find protein sequences there, and kind of analyze it and see what it is. And this can at least help you, or help me, or help us, like, understand, especially if you enter like a formal, or like what's already in the database. You can kind of understand it more if you enter it there. So